Wish I do it, pop. I don't mind if you go low for pop. Dark skin girl like Joby, car. In the spaceship, I'm like Joby, car. If I put you wrong, you deserve it. Living yours is like you deserve it. I was drinking dirty and it was worth it. I was drinking dirty and it was worth it. Baby, I'm a stealing car. Just put the picture in the window. Says you wanna come because I'm in a low car. First, people tell me the lights are. I'm not fighting. I'm so excited. This is Blackwood Fire Radio, video, This is Blackwood Fire Radio, media for the 21st century. This is Blackwood Fire Radio, media for the 21st century.
Plus, I kill it on a damn stage. Eating my competition like pancakes.
Kushoto ngozi wengi za bea majam face. Weni mrazi besiza kulima sanse.
When he bought me with exhibition on a John Chase. Fact of blow, but you get was a man chase. You hella know what you think, some of this rampage. You think you can just listen because this man Spain. I'm a cheap man, a nigga that I can't slay. Don't think you can intimidate me, boy, span spray. Out the boat, I'm a city with the Shante. Now you can play with something of a branches. You shall go back, man, don't stop up on trade. Don't like you fucking work on blind, was a jungle. You buy something, sit your trap,
Okay, familia, karibuni sana to the Black on Fire Radio Media for the 21st century. Hope you are doing great, and we are serving you nothing but the best hits right here in the 254 and right here on the Black on Fire Radio. This is the Pan African Bliss. My name is Joby. Hope you are doing great. Karibuni sana. It is 26 minutes past 11 a.m. right here in the 254. I don't know about you where you're listening to us from, but I can see Samuel in the building. Are you saying morning to me and morning and to you too? Hope you are doing great. I do believe it is quite early over there, but I appreciate you for taking your time and joining us onto today's broadcast. It is the 29th of October, and of course, we are having some 2 days to go, and you say bye-bye to this particular month. And I hope it has been a fantastic one. And of course, as we get onto the weekend vibes, hope that you are enjoying whatever I'm serving you. I did get to play you one of my best amazing jams. That is by the one and only NSG from the UK. That is a group that is really doing the most and is set to come to Nairobi in December, the 12th of December. That will be on a Jamhuri Day. And of course, they'll be having a concert. And personally, I'm looking forward to attend that particular one because I really love their music. I really love the vibe they bring. Have you ever listened to those kind of music? They make you feel motivated. You feel like, this person is really kind of speaking to me, like, you need to know yourself as a person. But that is what they're really all about. I did get to play Lupita by the one and only NSG. And of course, I've played you Champagne by the one and only Calligraph Jones from the 254 itself. I hope that this week has been an amazing one unto you as we get into the weekend vibes. And as I serve you nothing but the weekend vibes. But you know how we start. And before that, you can interact with us, as we say, live and interactive on our social media handles. We are on Facebook at the Black Fire Network Radio Station, on Twitter as well, and also on Instagram. On Twitter, you can use the hashtag Pan-African Bliss with Joby and hashtag a Black Hot Fire Network. And of course, it is the weekend vibe, It is on a Friday. As Kate always says, she's really excited about the weekends. I've never realized why she's so excited about the weekends. Because as for me, I think most of the weekends is why I just need to rest. Like, I just need to catch up maybe with myself, catch up with my house, and just enjoy the energy in my house. Because I do believe I need to give my body a rest. But nonetheless, Karibuni, and of course, you can also give us a call at the +25475440730. Karibuni sana. Hope this week once again it has been a fantastic one, and you have enjoyed and you have learned 1, 2, 3 right here on the Black of Fire Radio. Because do remember, it's all not only about talking about the the effects of Africans, rather the people, how they've really been affected, how we've been indoctrinated and stuff. We also need to come up together and learn. We are all about educating each other. That is what we are all about right here on the Blackout Fire Radio. In case you're joining us for the first time, what do you mean? So what do you mean? You know what I mean. But allow me catch that particular one. What you really vibing with, that you are agreeing with me. And in case you're joining us for the first time, once again, Karibu, Asante Sana for being with us on today's broadcast. You can join us on the website. We are at the www.blackoutfinator.com. Once you log into the website, feel free to create your own profile, join the Blackout Fire family, because we are all about nothing but positive vibes. And that is what I do believe everyone is looking for. We have grown up in such a way that we have been made to live in fear, in such a way that you're not free being yourself. But right here, you are allowed, because you're an African person. And if you're trying to explore as an African person, they also say that, you are pretending or something. There's some negative words and some negative energies always thrown at you, which is so bad. But I hope that you are, for you are doing great. For me, I wanted to give you an amazing quote of the day as we get to finish the week. And this is concerning the life purpose, like your life purpose, and at large, even the people who are around you. And today's quote is, it's time to discover your true purpose in life. Your true purpose in life. What do you feel you are meant to do? Living your life purpose puts you in harmony with the entire universe. It puts you in an alignment, with the nature. It makes your life worth life, and be humble to ask and be shown. That is what the quote I had for you. I don't know if you really gotten anything, but let me repeat. This is just basically about your life purpose, like what you really, just motivation and motivating yourself. It's time to discover your true purpose in life. What do you feel you're meant to do? Living your life purpose puts you in harmony with the entire universe. It puts you in alignment with nature. It makes your life worth life. Be humble and ask to be shown. And I do believe they say, if you ask, you shall be given, and so unto also the universe. So long as you know what you really want. I've known one of the laws of manifesting is ask, believe, and be clear also with the universe and God. Like, what do you really want? Be very specific, because the moment you're confused in between your mind, it might take time to deliver. But that is not what I really wanted to talk about. Karibuni sana once again to the Pan African Bliss. I'll be playing more of the NSG music as you get to enjoy this amazing vibes. And this goes to everyone, because I don't know how many of you but have trust issues. Personally, I do have trust issues, but I just love how these guys did get to deliver this particular one when they were speaking about trust issues. But I hope you get to enjoy this one right here on the Blackout Fire Radio, media for the 21st century.
I don't trust anybody, but I trust myself. I was out here, I was in a wrong myself. Them as I drunk yourself. Try about me still out sharing them. Once I got my mind as well. You said that I didn't want to know if I'm good. I gotta know your vibe as well. You said you going down with them girls. Just can't make a thing about. Just really get to the club, yeah. You know nothing about that. You start to see people, just look small. What is your how much I'm going? You know the money I'm thinking. You think I'm Gucci now? I used to have them, but I'm not putting up with the whole fight. Everything shows. Shut down the show. Now you're going on the show. That's champagne and that's the gold. It's wrong, I can say I'm on told. I never saw it back when I was alone. Cause that's it, now I don't trust anybody, but I trust myself. I was out here, I was even wrong myself. That much I didn't trust yourself. Trying to be still out sharing them. Once I got my mind as well. You said that I didn't want to do it, I'm good. I gotta draw your back as well. You should go down with your love. Last night I was at the bar for the shit. You like what I mean? But in time when you need to get your heart, you should be gone. What's free, I know you're this. My big task, give me this shit. Money for this, money for this. For some big activity. It's so fun. We make kids and I got the bus down. I'll be right back. Did you go uptown, feeling them back? Gotta have that in this back. Baby, don't you know I'm right back? trust anybody, don't trust myself. I was out here, I was even from my team. Black but family, I'm not trying to drunk yourself. Every time I was still out sharing them. Watching on our bike as well. You said that like you want to door, I'm good. I kind of buy your bike as well. Use what you want, I made them well. It wasn't our chance, getting to the money, did it for the money.
Hey,
This
and
is
that
Black
is,
Radio Media for the 21st century.
of course, that is one of the best, amazing bangers. I don't know, but this is dedicated to the person. If you have trust issues like me, I think me, I'm the one kind of a person who has trust issues, especially if I get to interact with new people. I mean, I love socializing, but again, just have trust issues. That is just what I can really say. But that is from the UK. That is NSG giving you and serving you right there the vibe, the African vibe that you need to receive. Trust issues. But again, I mean, basically what they were really talking about is like when you start working on your dreams. You've seen some people, or rather, you growing up, you've heard some people. When I was saying that, we've heard some people who are really discouraging us. But you have those type of music, or rather, this how you find comfort in yourself and tell yourself, I can do this. So they were singing about, those people really don't trust us when we said really going to be this, or rather we wanted this in our dreams, but we've managed to deliver each and every one of them. Nonetheless, karibuni sana to the Pan-African Bliss. My name is Joby. In case you're joining us for the first time, asante sana. It is 35 minutes past 11 a.m. right here in Nairobi, but I don't know about you, where you're listening to us from. Sanken one, you're saying that good morning, auntie you. I thought that there's a time I was saying that Ansankenwan had shared a video, but then Keith told me that Ansankenwan is Samuel. So I'm kind of confused right now, because I thought always on the group I've been talking to someone like on the on the chat, rather on the Telegram, like the Ansankenwan is Samuel, because Keith told me it's Samuel. So I'm kind of confused because I see Samuel in the building and I can see also Ansankenwan in the building, and you're saying that Joby, you look really ready for the yacht party. I am, Manze. I am. Is that there? You can say, that quite kind of quote there. Say, I'm ready to, shake my ass and whatever. But Caribbean sana to the Pan African Plus, to the Pan African Bliss, Serini. I hope you are doing great. Let us get straight to the matter of the day. And today I wanted to discuss about a lot of issues that have been happening during the week, the kind of things we have been talking about. But let us, get into the business. As I keep on saying, you can interact with us. We are on our social media handles. We are on Facebook at the Blackout Fire Network Radio Station. We are on Twitter. We are also on Instagram. You can also give us a call, +254754402 and we are welcome to receive your sentiments. In case you're also joining us for the first time, asante sana once again. You can join us at the www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. Once you log on to the website, feel free to create your own profile and enjoy these amazing vibes we have for you. Let me get straight to the matters of the day. And today I wanted to talk about Uganda, and I also have some news, which is the main topic of the day, whereby the matters of protest that has been going on in Sudan. And when we're talking about freedom yesterday, why Africans think that they have freedom, even when you're having a dispute in your own country. I was saying, if we come to a certain solution or to a certain state where Africans will just need to come together and or rather solve our own issues without involving the Europeans, because this will never be able to give us freedom. We are still captured, we are still being indoctrinated, we are still being controlled. It's like we are still under supervision, rather we are being spied, I was saying yesterday. But second one, you're saying that I'm not Samuel. I'm really quite surprised as well, because that is kid who was telling me. But and also Samuel, you're like, I'm not Unsunken One Joby. Okay, that's quite confusing now, but I do hope to get the difference as well. I'm much better looking. Nana. Okay, what are you trying to mean? Like you're better looking than Unsunken One. Everyone, no one is better looking or ugly looking than the other person. I do believe we're all equal in a way. We are all beautifully, wonderfully made through the image of the God himself. But I was talking about the matters of Sudan, and I was saying, if you only come to a point where we Africans, we need to solve our own solutions within the African continent. I was saying that, hey, I have the Luo accent. Shade. I was saying that, we need to come together as African and the African continent, borrowing solutions amongst each other, because this is one of the ways that we can be able to solve our own issues, and without allowing the Europeans coming to interrupt within, because the moment we allow them to come and interact, rather to distract or to be able to solve a solution, they also know our weakness. They find our weaknesses, we as Africans, and they kind of take to use that as a weapon in such a way they make us turn against each other. But I'll not be talking much about it. Let me start with Uganda. And of course, there's a time back I did get to mention that Uganda schools were not, have been closed for the last 2 years. And of course, they wanted the kids to go back to school, but only if they get the target of the vaccination and how the teachers and the students are supposed to be vaccinated. But right now, they have said that Uganda is set to reopen the schools almost after 2 years. And Uganda's president has announced that schools will be reopened in January, almost 2 years after they were closed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. President Yoweri Museveni said this would happen regardless of how many people were vaccinated or other those who were not vaccinated. And of course, he also went ahead and said that well under 10% of Uganda's population have been jabbed. Though Museveni said that there will be enough doses by the end of the year to make sure that everyone has been injected. So he said that if anything went wrong with the uptake, the public would bear the moral responsibilities. Many teachers have left for the jobs. Many teachers have left the jobs to make ends meet. And, some say that they won't return. And of course, I do believe, for those who say actually they won't return, I can say that I think they know the truth. Because for me to quit my job, and I know this is the only income I have, and I know, of course, Africa, finding a job is quite a matter of corruption. I know it's not only in Kenya, it's the whole Africa because of these corrupt leaders we have, starting with Uganda. Museveni has been on the seat like ever since, I don't know ever since me growing up. I've grown up knowing that actually he was only the president of Uganda that I know. So I can say that for those who have quitted the job, it's kind of they know what is really happening. But for the kids, I really feel so bad if they get to be done this particular kind of damage, because we know, personally, I was shocked the other day when I did get to realize that all the times all our days, all our lives, us growing up, like all the polio or the yellow fever vaccine we were taking, it was not to cure us, to prevent us in any way, but it is only them, injecting some diseases in us. Because I think a kid, I've seen the African cultures whereby if a kid is born, the only way you can keep a kid out of disease, do not put the baby in the water all the time. Ensure that you wipe them maybe for a period, and especially if they're born, like newborn babies, for a period of like a month, maybe wash them once a month and stuff. But the matters of injection, I was like, traditionally, I've never seen, me growing up, or rather, if I try to remember the matters of our ancestors have lived, we never had all these particular ways. I do believe we had ways, natural ways of curing our own diseases, rather preventing us from our own diseases. But again, all these things comes, it's like, a parent seeing you sneezing for once, then they're like, mtoto atenda kugonjeka, this kid is going to be sick, this kid is going to fall sick or something. That is when you get to attract the energy, and the disease gets to fall upon your kids. So also to the parents, you should also be keen. But to Uganda, I do hope that for the teachers, those who quitted their jobs, they have made a good decision, because I do believe they know the truth. But for the students, I really feel so bad. Unless me as a parent, personally, I did get to decide now, my kid won't have to go to school, because after even if they keep on going to the school, we know the matter of system of education is indoctrination. Well, I was sharing a certain audio yesterday, and I was saying that there was a lady who was saying that, you get out of school, your mind is messed up. It's like you're paralyzed, because the fear does not start by our own leaders. You've been told that, oh, fear president, or you should fear this, you should do this. That is not the only matter, or rather the only place where fear affected us as Africans is from the school, where you have to go to school, you're scared you're going to be beaten if you're wrong, you have to give the right answer, which is so crazy. But that is what is really happening in Uganda. Let me get also to read you other matters coming from the business, and also this the matter of the African nation. And it has been reported that only 5 African nations have hit the 2021 vaccine target. And of course, they had said that the target was to vaccinate the whole world. Of course, I did get to say this some time back, but right now they've said that just 5 out of more than 50 50 African countries. Of course, we have a continent of 54. What do you have? Why do they have to say 50? Just 5 out of the more than 50 African countries are projected to hit the target of fully vaccinated countries. So far four have been so far four have hit the target. So I don't know which country and which one, but let me get to read this one. They're saying the prediction from the world, which is the WHO, comes as the continent struggles to meet the rising demand for the essential tools. 3 African countries, which is Seychelles, Mauritius, and Morocco, have already met the 40% of the goal that was set in May by the WHO. But only 2 more countries, Tunisia and Cape Verde, sorry, not Cape Verde, Cape Verde. I remember yesterday Jerome Mosquito was laughing at me because of saying the word intuition. I do believe all of us we have a different way of pronouncing word, but they're saying but only 2 more countries, Tunisia and Cape Verde, will hit the milestone. So I don't know, but this is just a message. Of course, you can see now what is happening in Uganda. We've seen South Africa. We've seen Zimbabwe. We've seen Tanzania, also Samia Suluhu trying to drag people to get the particular job. And I don't know about Kenya, if it will reach to a point where we have to be forced to do this, because if it reaches to a point where you won't be able to cooperate anything, and it will be a matter of ignorance if you know the truth but you're not ready to stand up for it. Personally, I know the truth. Kate and Spikes and I, we know the truth, but we can never stand against the whole country and try to tell people, stop doing this and this and this. We need to come up together with so many people whom we know that know this particular truth. But nonetheless, keep it the Black Offer Network. We'll be right back after this short musical break. When we come back, I'll be enlightening you what is really happening in Sudan, and that is what we're gonna be talking about. And of course, I'll be also giving you some news about the human ancestor, some story that I've bumped into, and I'll want to discuss that with you. For now, we're gonna be playing you more of the MSG music, or maybe some piano, and we're gonna see what is gonna be happening. This is MCM. Keep it the Black of Fire Network, as you call yourself, an MCM.
Love is for the week, I'm in love for the weekend, the shots. Busting up the dogs, shoot to the trap, never take so dogs. Go whatever they can get a yard to drop out. But the young guy, they gotta love it, I need it. If you don't grab it, my mom, people like us. I want just one shot, you don't pay much. If it ain't me, I ain't got nothing to offer. See them back, you know to see them in the green bag. Just can't go back, can't go down. Just be all right. I'm just real quick, I take risks. I'll be the risk. I'll be doing this shit. I'll be doing this shit. Let's go. Let's be sure let's see. Start by the fire, let's go. I got some big guys. Yo, see, I'm ready for the jump. Look at this one. Stop. Ready for the pump. I'm ready for the money. Call. I'm ready for the money. I'm ready for the money. This is like what Tyler don't follow me. You're gonna think that I gotta leave. You should know what it is. You already had the opportunity. Still I'll be alone. Beyonce and my you want. Sipping on the sand, got me up and down. So she never really allowed this for anyone. Got by myself, yeah, song. Fucking with that money, that could be gone. Tell you when it's open, that's what I want. Tell you money, you always do what you want. Beyonce and my baby, want. Big back in it, big action in it. No back, so suck in it. You see what you're doing. I'm sitting back for the woman of my life. Deep both life, so I go out for guys. Easy to like what I'm in.
Oh yes, and that is some MCM bag playing right there. And I hope that you are enjoying this particular jam as we get straight to the matters of the day. Karibuni sana once again. This is the Pan African Bliss. In case you're joining us for the first time, asante sana. And of course, this is the Black Out Fire Radio media for the 21st century. It is 12 minutes to 12 p.m. right here in Nairobi. I don't know about you, but if you are with us right here on the broadcast, I'd love you to tell me what is the time over there and Sunken One. And I can see you saying that, Joby, do you broadcast from the same studio as Pikes? Yes, I do, and that is quite correct. I think I've not seen you in my program for a minute. I think I'm always up early, and that is the problem. I think there is a time. What do I say? There is a time issue, but which is so allowed. I appreciate you being with us on the broadcast today. What is the time over there? I'd love you to tell me right here. It is 49 minutes past 11 a.m. and it is almost 12 p.m., almost lunchtime. And I do hope that you are doing great as we serve you nothing but positive vibes. That was MCM by the one and only NSG, one of my favorite groups. As I said, they are set to come into Nairobi in December, and as I said personally, I'm looking forward to go to that particular one. It's been quite a long time since I went to a big event. Right now, we know of tomorrow. Omale is in Kenya and is set to perform tomorrow. Etana as well. She is in the 254. She's also set to perform tomorrow. So I can see people are really confused. And I remember also Spikes asking us, Kate and I, like, if you want to go to these particular events in between Omale and Etana, whom will you go for? And for me, I think I'll go to Etana's event because I'm a reggae lover. I love reggae. I think reggae is just full vibes. Etana has an amazing voice. Considering I'd do a collab with her, amen, on God. I'd love to go to Etana's event. And second one is saying that, yeah, it is 4:49 here. It is in Tampa. That is in US, and that is quite amazing. It is quite early as well, but I appreciate you for joining us on the broadcast today. And of course, if you're joining us for the first time, asante once again. Do remember to interact with us on our social media handles. We are on Facebook at the Black Out Fire Network radio station, on Twitter as well, and also on Instagram. You can also give us a call, +254 754 402 730. Looking forward to that, and of course, hearing your sentiments as well, considering the matters that we are discussing today. And let me go straight to this issue that I bumped into. I don't know if it is an issue or what it is, but it is quite fun, quite amazing. And right now, there is a human ancestor who has been found in Africa and named Homobodanis. And I'm trying to check what is the meaning of Homobodanis. And there's nothing as such right here on Instagram, but not on Instagram, but on the Google. But let me try to check on the DuckDuckGo as we get to see. And for now, I'll be sharing my screen on about the website in case maybe you want to join us and see what we are all about. But in case you know what is the meaning of homobodanis, kindly let me know, because I was surprised seeing such kind of a word, and I was like, oh, we only learned of Homo pithecus, Ramapithecus, Homo sapiens, and I don't know about what is homobodanis, which is quite amazing to know. And this is an African ancestor name that has been given to this particular human ancestor tool which has been found. But I'll say that scientists re-examining an ancient fossils have given the name Homobodanis to an human species that lived in Africa more than 500,000 years ago. That is quite an amazing story, and I'd love to read more. And the name is derived from a skull found in Bodo, Dar, Ethiopia. That is Ethiopia in 1976. And the classification is part of an exercise to make better sense of the evolution of different hominids that lived at that time. Confusion about which early humans lived where, and how they might be related has led to a plethora. It has led to a plethora of names, leaving researchers to dub the era the muddle in the middle Palestinisa. Hey, I don't know, this is Spanish or what they're trying to talk about, but this is quite an amazing story. But I think for me that they're trying to make it look like still going back to the history moments whereby as I said, we've learned personally, we here in the 254, and I do believe maybe other African countries, we learned about Homo sapiens, Ramapithecus, and we were told that these are our ancestors and this is where we came from, right, Kate, if I'm not wrong? That is where we were being told we came from Ramapithecus and Homo sapiens, something like that, right?
right now we know that we are Homo sapiens sapiens.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the upright man, I guess.
Okay. Now let me just get to read. Let me check on DuckDuckGo what homobodanis means, because this is quite an amazing word for me, and love to know what it really means right here on the Black of Fire Radio. Asante sana manze for joining us today. If you are joining us for the first time, once again, asante. You can check us on the website over there. That is the program. That is the people that we are with right here in the 254, and hope that we are bringing you nothing but positive vibes. And I'm trying to check what is the meaning of homobodanis. Let me just get to see homobodanis. Homobodensis. Actually, it is quite a hard name to pronounce. Even Google is underlining it. But they are saying that Homo bodenis is the new species of human, and Homo bodenis is the proposed name of for fossils of a group of hominids that lived in Africa during a period of commonly known as the Middle Pleistocene. Pleistocene. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Correct me if I'm not. But now technically called the Chibadian, between the 770,000 and 126,000 years ago. Okay, that is quite deep of a story, and I wish Kit was here to elaborate further, because Manze, I'm really trying to understand what it really means, and why is it that they are saying that the classification is a part of an example to make better sense of evolution of the people who lived before, because this is quite deeper. Jerome Mosquito is saying that I'm sure it means something gay. I really that is not exactly what I read, and they are saying that homopodenis is the proposed name for fossils of a group of hominids. Is it hominids that lived in Africa during a period of commonly known as the Middle Pleistocene? But that is what they are classifying right here on the Google, or rather on the DuckDuckGo. And also, let me get to give you more examples of I don't know Mosquito or Samuel or Unsunken One. I don't know if you guys did get to study the same thing about the Homo sapiens, Homo erectus, and Homo habilis, Homo sapiens evolution. Let me just get read what we did get to study about this one. And they say that during a time of dramatic climate change 3,000 years ago, Homo sapiens evolved in Africa like early humans that were living in this time. They gathered and hunted food and evolved behaviors that helped them respond to the challenges of survival in unsuitable environments. I think generally we Africans are capable of doing that, and we not like doing that, but we are strong in terms of survival, in terms of overcoming anything. But how these Homo sapiens, Homo erectus and stuff, I think I need to do a study of this. Then on Monday, this is what we're gonna be discussing more, because personally, I think I really hated history classes, not knowing how it really helped me as an African person, because we were never given the importance. Rather, we were never, it was never underlined that if you learn about this, or rather what we're trying to teach you is supposed to be connected to you as an African person, and more and more. Someone is saying that what are we talking about now? I'm talking about the new species, rather forces, that has been found in Africa, and they say that scientists re-examining an ancient fossils have given the name Homobodanis to a human species that lived in Africa. They found a scalp actually here in Africa, and they decided to name it Homobodanis. And they say this is a group of fossils, and they are trying to know, or rather classify, which group do they belong to in the ancient times. Is it, where did they live to, and whom are they related to? That is, it's like trying to dig back more into the African in the ancient times. But I just need to know what homobodanis is, and how it is also related to all these fossils, and the ones we also did get to study in school. Because I'm saying the matters of the system of education, we were never the same audio. I think I'm gonna repeat the same audio for you guys to really understand, because I shared it yesterday here. Whereby there was this lady who was saying that our education is really messing us up, and I totally personally agree with that. That is what you're talking about, Samuel. So I was asking you, have you also studied about Homo sapiens sapiens or Homo erectus and how they also evolved in the world? But let me play this audio.
They don't want us to learn about money because they just want to pump out good employees that do what they're told. I mean, if you look at school, it's opposite of what it takes to be successful in real life. Don't make a mistake. Do as you're told. Take tests by yourself. Don't cooperate. Do it by yourself. Do it on your own. And the last thing was, there's only one right answer. No, there's tons of answers to a problem. So you come out of school scared to death of making a mistake. So you do everything on your own. You don't cooperate. There's no synergy. There's no brainstorming. And there's only one right answer. Everybody wants to get the right answer. There's no one right answer. So I think people come out of school paralyzed. I think the school system is criminal in that it kills a child's spirit of learning. You know, a child goes into school all excited about, yeah, I'm going to learn and it's going to be great. And then the teacher says, sit down and shut up. Don't talk. We don't care what you're interested in.
And that's it. That's what they are teaching us each and every day. You're not allowed to say your own interest, rather your own opinions, or even to ask questions. Sometimes even if you try to ask a teacher questions, they might be, you're nagging, because some of them come from their homes with their own mood swings, and they don't know energy is also reflected to students. And that is why you can see with the matters of how students are being killed in school, it's not even a shock. There is a time a young student was killed by a teacher, and that matters just, it went just like that. Nobody wanted to talk about the issue because first they are scared the school being closed and stuff. People care only about money but not about each other's life. Samuel, you're saying that you've not studied about more of the Homo sapiens. That is one of the hardest history classes that I really had to experience. And for me, education was just not my thing. So as going to church, it was never also my thing, Manzi. I've always been, in a family, they always say there's always that one person who is, different from others. So I think I've always been that one person who's always been different from the rest of my siblings. But General Mosquito is saying that we should we really trust the people when it comes to the radio carbonating of human forces? I do not really know about it. I don't think we should. I don't think we should. I don't really think we should. General Mosquito, I think you're making a point over there. I don't think we really, really should. And second one is saying no. I totally also agree with our and second one. You're saying that we can only trust a liar to lie. And yeah, that is definitely maybe the European, because they are the ones also feeding our leaders with so many lies and ensuring that Africans are not united. But let me get straight to the topic of the day that I wanted to discuss about, as I get to come on Monday, and I'll be giving more about what this homobodanis really is, because I am so eager to know about it, and how it is also related with what we really studied in school, like Homo sapiens, and how it is also related to our ancestors. That is one of the things that I really love to understand bit by bit, because right, it is the process, as we say, Africans awakening. And me being an African, I'm in the process of getting more deeper sense of what we were never explained to. Someone is saying that, let me get this one, education system is indoctrinating. It is, the whole system is designed by the same people that control most of the global now. That is totally true, and it is quite crazy. And of course, that is what I really want to talk about today, whereby the US President Joe Biden has given an order. Let me get this up one. He has given an order of the military takeover that is happening and the protest that is happening in Sudan. And they have said that the US President Joe Biden has asked the Sudanese military leaders to immediately, there's the command word over there, immediately restore civilian rules and release all politicians detainees. He also called for an end of violence against protesters who have continued to take to the streets against the Monday coup led by the General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. Our message to Sudan, this is what he said. Our message to Sudan military authorities is overwhelming and clear. The Sudanese people must be allowed to protest peacefully, and civilian lead transitional government must be restored. The US president joins the global condemnation, including the Arab League and the European Union. And we know how the European European Union and the USA get to work together when it comes to matters of solving issues in Africa. The issue is not whatever even is trying to say. My major issue is that we African people, we are not free, and the freedom of solving our own issues without the European or the USA coming in between, trying to make us feel like we also, this is when you get to see, even if there was a fight in Sudan or right here in Kenya, we have to wait till the Mzungu says something for us to stop, instead of understanding each other as African people, other African leaders coming together and solving an issue. Because as I was saying earlier, the more we keep on allowing the Europeans coming to solve issues in between us, it is still, this is a matter of one, lacking freedom, us lacking the power to say anything or to do anything, or ability to do anything within ourselves, and still this is the same way where you can see that they see us as fools, like we still need to depend on them, like we still have to wait on the Mzungu, who they claim is the Jesus and whatever, to help us in a way, which is really crazy. But I'll be taking a short musical break, family, as you get to tell me what you think about this, because personally I just have the issue of African countries taking demands from the European nations and the USA, and we need to come clear, and we need to be also mindseted that we need to stop depending on these people. Yes, we know Africa is slowly waking up, but how is it you and I, we can do? What is it that we can talk about? Rather, me, yes, we are here right together, right on the broadcast. I'd love to hear from you. If it were you on the situation, or you as an African person, and you are given the authority to speak, or how you'd want these matters to be solved, what is it that you would say personally? For now, I'll be taking a short musical break, and of course, I'll be playing you some Amapiano by the one and only Kamon Fella. She's a young, talented lady from South Africa, and she's just doing the most outside here. And this is Mama Zala. Hope that you get to enjoy this one and appreciate that woman in your life, your mom. General Mosquito is saying that exactly, unsunken one. Me personally, I do not anymore. Anyway, and Samuel, you're also saying that they will always find fossils. Africans go back million of years. Some said, let me just get to read. I'm quite shortly I cited. That is one thing that I've never said. Someone said that they deeper they dig. Oh, the deeper they dig. So you wrote the wrong one. So it is the deeper they dig, the blacker history gets. That is totally true. I agree with you. And you're also saying that I just know that the mean bad gonna come once I call in. Okay, all right. I short-sighted. Let me just say so. I'm really short-sighted. I've always been short-sighted, but I can't do anything about it because kids told me that sunglasses are not for the African people. Yes, I and that is some South African beats over there. It is by the one and only Come On Fella, and I love Piano personally. And if one of these South African artists was to come to the 254 and also an event, I would really go because I love vibing and jumping onto music. But I can see you, Samuel, you're saying that I should do some eye exercise. How am I supposed to do that particular one? Because I'm just short-sighted. That is all. Nothing big. Good morning, Keith. Hello, Keith. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm sleepy.
Wake up. And the general mosquitoes are saying that where the music art is that, what kind of a music is that? It is piano from South Africa. That is most of one of the most playlists that I listen to on a daily basis. Piano. I don't know about you, Keith, if you know about piano.
I didn't even hear it, Joby. I came in too late.
Oh, no, the one I was just playing right now.
Yeah, I came in too late. So
Okay.
yeah, I came in too late. So um,
Well,
I like all
Karibu sana.
Caribou Sana. I like all African music. I don't. So
Mm-hmm.
I probably would like it. I don't know. I never heard it. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. Samuel is saying that you are serious. It helps with the vision. I'll try, Manze, but I don't know how to do it. Is it reading more, or if it is reading a book, I don't have struggles with it, but I do have issues with the screen. Like I do strain a lot, even with my phone, like reading some stuff. It's quite, I am just short-sighted. That is all I can say, and nothing complicated. Jerome Mosquito, you're saying that Brother Keith, I fell asleep on as soon as we switched to the radio last night. Okay. I hope that you
yeah,
guys had an time.
I didn't stay
So
on that
I was.
long. I didn't stay
Mhm,
long, you know, mosquito. I was only on the radio for maybe another 20 minutes. I had to go to sleep. Shit. It was
mhm,
12 o'clock.
mhm.
Oh, but go
Well,
ahead. Go ahead,
I
Joby.
was talking about the matters of the condemnation that is happening right now by in Sudan, which Joe Biden has come forth and condemned Sudan's military takeover. And I was just saying the issue is not even like even in condemning, the issue is we Africans keep on allowing within, no matter the issue that we are having as Africans, we are allowing the Europeans to always have a say, and they have to come together with the USA, right? The USA and the European people, coming up together and trying to find solutions, within the African people. And I'm saying that the more we keep on allowing the Europeans to always have a say, or the presidents from the European side to always have a say, it is the more we are allowing us to lack freedom, because we'll never be able to solve a solution with amongst us as African people. And the more we keep on allowing them to have solutions, or to find solutions for us, the more we still enslaved, the more our leaders will keep on being puppets, the more we'll never be able to escape all this indoctrination that we're still being given on a daily basis, because Africans, we have been mentally stuck. And I was just saying that it's quite clear for me now, because trying to tell someone the truth, it is so hard for people to receive. Yes, we are in the process of being awakened, but our history is still not clear. It is still not with us, it is still
Yeah.
not with us. We don't know
Well, I
our
told
history.
I told you we're still coming out the dark ages. We're still
Mhm.
dark. The African is still a boron. So yeah, African is still pretty much still stupid, easily fooled. And you're talking about power, Joby.
Mhm.
Till you take back power, Europeans do not respect us because we yield nobody respects us. We yield no power. So we're considered childlike people
Mhm.
because we're easily fooled and we don't, like you said, we don't know anything. We know goopy religions, and then that's just not respected on the world.
Mhm.
Most people know the religions are lies, but Africans are the only ones that believe in these religions wholeheartedly. They don't develop. They don't. It, so we get no respect till you learn to till you start acting like a child. Till we start acting like children. Like you said, it's so hard to teach. See, now that you're waking up, it's so hard to teach the African anything. You know that the whole,
Mhm.
whole world already knows that. So the whole world calls us backwards.
Well, it is really messed up because for Sudan, and I'm not saying about Sudan alone, but I've seen also where African countries we have an issue, whether there is a war going or a protest, then maybe it gets out of hand of the government itself. We've seen the leaders trying to find validation, or other Africans themselves. You're only going to stop if only the Mzungu has said you need to keep peace, or rather it's going to bring you some food, it's going to bring you this and this, some donation. That is when you act up excited and you're trying to find peace among each other. But why is it that we African countries can never come up together? Especially, it starts with us, the citizens, where we have to stop
Because you hate
these
each other.
things. We have to
That's
stop
what.
with these politics. We need to stop being tribal. We need to stop, the
Yep.
negative energy that we keep on giving each other. Hating me because I'm being successful, or hating someone because
Yep.
they're doing something. There's the wave that we really need to remove out of our system. And I don't know how. I was just asking the family right here if it was you in the same situation, whereby you are in a caught up situation, but you don't need help from the Europeans. So you, as an African person, as a leader, what is it that you will do to ensure that your people are at peace? That is when you need to bring up your minds together and discuss and find solution for your people without involving these people. Because the more they come to our country, they see, oh, Africans are fools. We must give them the commands so that they may listen to us and be at peace, because they are obeying Mzungu. They need to see the white person so that they may calm down, because they believe, don't forget that still on the religion side, they believe Jesus was a white person. So it is really a lot to take in. It is really messed up, really, really messed up. But I was asking, and also for you, Keith, if it was you in this situation, what is it that you would do? How do you help your people without involving the European? Because,
Well,
yeah.
the first thing I told you, first thing you got to be honest with your people. I would coming from my people. I said I got to. I said I know most of you. I would do with John Magufuli. I probably end up dead like him too. I would say, but unlike him, I would teach him. He knew his people were ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
But I would come in front of you and say, you know what, African people, we have
Mm-hmm.
enemies. You have been taught that you don't have an enemy. I said we're gonna have a frank discussion. It's gonna be. I'm gonna do a news conference. It's gonna be frank. To teach you things that's gonna make you guys. It's gonna make you mad. But I want you to listen. I said, we as people, I love you. So let me tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna start to raise the country as an
Mm-hmm.
African country, no European. They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
come to kill me. First, we're like, oh, what? What are you talking about? I said they're gonna come to try to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know this. First, we're gonna start. We're gonna destroy the educational system that was
Mm-hmm.
left by the British. We're gonna completely dismantle it. Education will be free in the
Mm-hmm.
country. Period. Corruption will no longer be tolerated. Anyone, and I'm just going to all government officials. If you're
Mm-hmm.
caught being corrupt, you will be immediately imprisoned for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think I'm joking, you will be made examples of. So because it's gonna be, you got to change the whole culture. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lay it out because it's gonna be difficult because people still take bribes. I got to make sure they know. So then I begin to dismantle the educational system. Like, oh, what's going on? I say, shut the fuck up. We're going to dismantle the educational system. I got to give you real education. What you had now is called indoctrination. You have not been educated. I got to teach you how to think. I need a bunch of Africans who know how to critically think. And it's going to be the youth. The youth will pull me out of whatever position I'm in because the youth is where the new ideals come from.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to focus on re-educating the youth or educating the youth. Then corruption must be completely overhauled.
Mm-hmm.
Then I must collapse the tribalism.
Mm-hmm.
I must collapse the tribalism. So from now on, no one can identify as tribes. Oh my God, I don't care what you are. You're now Kenyan, period. We're not going to identify with no one's tribe. No one goes to school allowed to identify anybody as a tribe. You are a Kenyan first, period. We would not play any tribal games. You would not be allowed to associate with any tribal nonsense. Period. So then, as I did that, I'm gonna get fights within the community because people are gonna lose their power. So even within society, some Kenyans are gonna want to kill me because they get power out of the tribal base. So I know even they're gonna want to kill me because they're losing their power within the base of Kenya because they make money and they get paid off the division of us as a people. So once I collapse the tribes, I bring in real education that's innovative. We got to innovate. So no more, I don't want, nobody better not be teaching that Jesus shit in no school. If you want to be Jesus, I understand you can believe in it. It can't stop you. But no teacher will be putting that nonsense in children's head in school. You do that at home. That's what you want to believe, fine, but it would not be part of the school curriculum at all. You're going to know the truth. You're going to start learning. If you want to believe in it, then that's your choice. But it won't be taught in no schooling, by not by the government. You're going to know the truth and know how to innovate. So we're going to deal with science and technology. You're going to need to know. So through that, be educating a whole generation of youth. The youth are going to bring me out of poverty. The youth taught right are going to bring me out of poverty because they're going to start innovating. Youth are going to start innovating because they're youth, they're young. They're going to start innovating and getting solutions to the problems that we have. So I said, also, family, you better get ready to go to war. I said, you've been lying. You live on the richest continent on the planet. We've been organized into this poverty. So as we come out the poverty, the Europeans will go crazy. They know without Africa, they are poor people. So you better I'm preparing you to know what's going to be. Have all kind of lies told about us. We're going to have, and also we're going to kick out these British and military bases within the country. We don't need nobody here as no military in our country, unless they tell us we get a Kenyan base in Britain. Period. If we don't get a Kenyan base in Britain, they don't get a British base in Kenya. They're not going to agree to it, so they got to go. And so, as we begin to innovate, that's what Kagame is trying to do. But too bad Kagame is still a puppet. Kagame knows the blueprint. Everybody Africans love him because they're unsophisticated. They don't know that Kagame is still a puppet, but they do. They're happy that he collapsed the tribes in Rwanda. There's no tribal shit there. You're not allowed to be no tribe. You go to prison. They're happy about. They see how well organized Rwandans run. They see how he believes in educating his people. But that's what you got to do. But you got to be on an honest level. So that's what Magufuli was trying to do. But Tanzania was always your shining light. They finally got it. Tanzania, coming out of being independent, was one of the few countries that didn't have a puppet in there. Julius Nyerere was no puppet. That's why the family wasn't rich. Family didn't get rich. Julius Nyerere was never a rich man. His family was never rich because he wasn't rich. So he never stole from Tanzania. He put Tanzania on a correct footing, and he collapsed the tribes. So you don't get the same kind of tribal fighting you do in Kenya that you do down in Tanzania. You know, you don't get the same. When an election comes, they're not going to start killing each other and doing tribes like they do in Kenya and Nigeria and most African countries, because it benefits the corrupt politicians, keep the tribes going. But like I said, that's where I would begin. You focus on the youth, education, and it'll bring you out of poverty. It'll bring you out of poverty because you got everything in Kenya has everything to be rich, but you got corrupt. And first, all the politicians would have to go. I would cut government so fast, so hard with all these corrupt ass politicians. That system was created by the British to make sure African people always lose. The government is too big. You got people that don't do nothing, are just corrupt, just eating out the government. I say eating out the government is over. You got to go create a job somewhere. Not gonna have this big ass government to do what? Why need this huge government? You don't do nothing. You just do, what do? Absolutely nothing. So there's no reason to keep it. So cut the government to very small, because I'm not going to make sure my teachers are well. The government officials will not be the highest paid in the country. It'll be the educators, the doctors, the nurses, the teachers. Those will be my most highly paid people, not some goopy Negro that sits on a seat pontificating about absolutely nothing, doing nothing, doesn't create. What do politicians create? Absolutely nothing to the GDP of the country. That's why they're giving most of the money, because it's corrupt. Where the British set us out is in Nigeria, Kenya, like we was like when Spikes was pulling up to pay for the Nigerian politicians who do absolutely nothing. They're the majority of the money of the country. If we pull up Kenya, Kenya's the same, because it's set up by the British. I would collapse it, and you imagine, boy, when I collapse the politician class in Kenya, they're gonna come for me. So they're gonna be ready to hook up with the Mzungu to kill my ass. Oh, I lost my position. I don't understand why I lost it. What do? Well, I sit there and I talk all day. What do you benefit to the people? Well, they need to know I'm there. What do you actually give to the people? Nothing. So you got to go. But that's what I would do, Joby.
That is really amazing. That is so amazing. Those are facts that you have given outside there, and I do believe also Africans will do the same, because that is what we really need. Honesty is something that is on another level, and I've seen most of the politicians do not really have that. It's all about greediness. It's all about you being that leader who's giving manifestos that you're not going to give to the people while they are waiting on you. It's so bad when you give someone a promise and you don't fulfill it, which is so hurting. But we hope also,
because they don't come from you. They don't want to. You got to turn. The system is corrupt because it was set up to be corrupt, Joe. But it's not the fact that it's just corrupt. It was set up to be corrupt. That's why it's corrupt in Africa. When Katie's reading that, corruption is systemic in Africa, but yes, it is. But why? Because the Europeans set it up that way, so that allowed them to keep stealing the riches out of Africa. It's corrupt on purpose. Not like the African is corrupt. It's corrupt because those are the systems that the British put in, from South Africa to Zimbabwe to there's a quote. I'm glad somebody put it in the social chat room in there inside the thing about Rob Mugabe telling the truth. He said the only good white man is a dead white man. The only truthful white man is a dead white man, because they know they lie, they steal. The former president of Zimbabwe, who became corrupt himself, sadly enough. But these systems are created for everybody to be corrupt. So until
it is really messed up, but it's sad that Africans do not really know that. Joel Mosquito is saying that the UN military leaders once said that their presence in Africa countries is merely to deter anyone from thinking about any type of uprising. And I agree with you. Shefo, Karibu Sana, but we are coming to the end of the broadcast. You have joined us a little
now
bit.
He's being sarcastic, Joe, but General Mosquito is, no, that's not the truth. The UN was never designed to help African people. The UN is there to steal from African people. It was set up by the Rothschilds and Rockefellers. It was set up, same people created the same WHO, the World Bank, the IMF. These schemes were not set up to help Africa. They set up to steal. UN is designed to steal from Africa.
To help themselves. They only want to succeed from, on their own end, and that is the matter of corruption and bribing.
If Africa has all the wealth, Joby, like I said, you got to go look at. They put the one we were sharing yesterday inside the social chat room, talking about know your enemy. Enemy came to you because you're wealthy. The witches of everybody was jealous. I told you before Africa was colonized, Africa was wealthy. Everybody was jealous of your wealth. Now the Africa is impoverished. You gotta say why? Because you sit on the richest land on the planet. Because everybody was jealous and they came to get it. So these people have never been your friends. They've been jealous that you sit on the richest land and they stole it. And it's made them rich. It's made the African poor. They did a complete switch. Now the African is poor and everybody's rich. It wasn't. It's not. It wasn't a coincidence that all the Africans were rich before colonialism, and now they're all poor because you got all the wealth in Africa, but you
because it
don't
has been
control.
taken.
But you don't
Yeah,
control it anymore, huh?
it has been taken away from you, and you are blinded and
Yes,
you don't see it.
yes, it's
But
been completely taken away
uh,
from. Like Shepo in South Africa. South
mhm,
Africans were rich in diamonds, gold.
mhm.
Why don't the Africans control that? They don't. Africans down South Africa don't control that. The white man does.
True. But we are coming to the end of the broadcast, Keith. You also joined us a little bit too late. We have
Yeah, I
discussed a
did.
lot of.
Much love, family. I just woke up. Shit.
I just hope that you're gonna be able. We are always discussing some certain issue, but I'll be bringing the story back on Monday because I need to do some research on it. Because right now there's a new skull that has been found in the African continent, and let me just get to read what they are saying. They It's something to do with the forces, and I was asking the family. I don't know also about you, Keith. If you did get to study about the Homo sapiens, the Homo erectus, and all that.
Yes, Joby. I've already talked about those are all phony shit that the white man makes up. It's all
Yeah.
lies. They're
So,
talking about the monkey. They're talking about the degrees of monkeys or
mhm,
degrees of Neanderthal. They try to
mhm,
say that was the evolution, but that's not in your genetics. So
exactly.
see,
But
they'll say that over and over again that you came from that, but that's
mhm,
not in your genetics. You don't
mhm,
have those animals in your gene pool. They do. I want you to understand those were when your ancestors were creating
mhm,
different monkeys to make humans out of. See, it goes deep, Joe. It goes really, really deep when you
mhm,
know that these other people are created. They were your ancestors. You gotta imagine, your ancestors were not the morons they were today. Your
mhm.
ancestors, imagine being super geniuses.
Powerful,
So
yeah.
they were super geniuses. So the African took certain monkeys and started humanizing an animal. They were
Mhm,
humanizing it. They would take the female genetics and splice the genetics and creating a certain type of they would call a monkey, a Neanderthal. And
mhm,
eventually they did so good they created white people, created East Indians, created Asians.
mhm,
That's why I told you the Tamahu means created white man, white
mhm,
woman, created. Don't mean natural. That's why they have no history. They just pop up here 6,000 years ago. That's why they start stealing African people's history and claiming to be you because these
mhm.
people had no history. They just show up one day like, oh, where the fuck these crackers come from? What the hell's going on? That's
But
what the
I'll be
Africans said.
yeah.
That
But
was that.
I'm gonna
Go ahead.
I wanted to go do some more research, and I think that we might be talking about that on Monday because
Yeah, Mzungu speaks with forked tongue. Exactly right,
there's
Jim.
now there's now a
Everything they
new
say is a lie. Go
There's
ahead.
now a new name. There's now a new name of the new forces that have been found that goes by the name homobodainisis, and it is quite really interesting that I want to do so much research on the also how it is connected with the rest of the things that we studied in school and how they lied to us that is the way of evolution of a man. But I will be talking on it on Monday. Family, I want to appreciate everyone. And General Mosquito, it is not.
Because that benefits them. They're saying that these monkeys become Africans, so the Africans at the lowest end of the food chain. And the last evolution, since the European is the newest person, they said as evolution goes up, so that means the white man is the highest part of evolution because he's the last, right? So if you evolve and the white man is, that's why you know he couldn't be under God. He tells you within his science, he's the last person on the planet. So he said he's the full creation of evolution. So he's the highest in the evolutionary chart because he's what the last to be evolved on the planet. So that means he's the smartest. He's the
All
number
right.
one a human being because he's the last.
We'll be we'll discuss more about it on Monday. And I would just hope that you enjoy this particular broadcast of the day. We have discussed a lot, but I want to appreciate everyone who has joined us. Thank you, Shefo. Jerome Mosquito, I was saying it's not Mzungu, it is Mzungu. There is Z, Mzungu on it, not Mzungu.
Umzungu, umzungu, damn it, Jenna Mosquito.
It's
Where have you been?
Mzungu.
Where have you been at all this time, Jenna Mosquito? It's umzungu.
Laughing at you. Kate has found a chance of laughing at you for once because you're always laughing at her. But someone
Umzungu,
also, yeah,
umzungu. Jenna Mosquito, where have you been? You've been missing your Swahili classes. It's
I know
umzungu.
it's Muzungu, not Musungu.
Get it
And
right.
also,
Now,
I'm sorry.
if I was a teacher in school, I would have to beat you, Jenna Mosquito, for missing your lessons.
I know for not getting the right answer.
That's right.
But much love, family. See you on the Rhythm Scoop Show. And of course, remember to also join Kate on the African
Okay, with
Diary.
a Z. Okay,
Much
with yes, now you've learned. Now that stopped me from having to beat you, Jenna Mosquito. I would send
love.
Katie to beat you.
I know, right?
What's up,
But
man?
much love, familia. Asanteni sana. Thank you, Kate, for
You guys
bringing us
come back.
this.
You guys come back and join Katie too. So much love,
Yeah.
fam.
Thank you, Kate. Kate, for also giving us this platform as well. Have an amazing afternoon. Firing